Hi guys, it's Corinne. Losing daylight here. Sorry, I know I said I'd do this during the day. I love you guys. Being myself. Alright, so I did like a couple of videos and I felt like I wasn't being myself. And just, I don't know. It's weird not having somebody here to talk to. So, just feel awkward, I guess. I'm getting over it. My first times that I ever remember interceding was my grandparents were really into the Holy Spirit and all that religious stuff, and my grandpa swore by it, and I've watched my grandpa work, and he's been a good mentor of mine, and he's passed now, but I know that I've always had it with me, and he prayed over me to get it once, but I swear I already had it, and it's just me speaking in pretty much tongues in a different language and different types of languages sometimes. My first word was Rashunda, and I used to say it, real fast and over, and I quickly evolved from that, and I was doing many other languages, and apparently there's people that interpret, and I've never met one of them. Like to. That'd be very, very cool. Well, when I first started doing it, I thought I could heal and I could get rid of spirits and demons. I mean, I, as a child, felt strong, and I had faith, that I was put here for a reason, and it was for big reasons, and I didn't understand at the time and how I needed it and how things change and we evolve. I remember begging God and wanting this and that from God, and never coming to Him to say, hey, you're amazing. No, I was too greedy for that. And so time, really changed things. I became humble and way different than I ever could be, even a couple months ago. Things change every day for me, and the tongues kind of help me receive and give messages, and it's amazing how many confirmations I can get, and I'm not on the nose all the time, and I'm not claiming I'm psychic, and I believe everybody has these gifts, if they're in touch enough, if they really want them. And with society brainwashing so much, brainwashing to the extent where it's making me go crazy, seeing so many people just letting it take them and consume them. Friends I've had, I've lost. Makes me angry and upset, but I quickly remember that everything happens for a reason, and there's a balance to that, and that people are put in our lives as quickly as they're put out of our lives. So I know that when I speak in tongues, it's something that speaks to me. It's my truth, and it's who I want to be, and I know the only reason why I'm here is to help and to love and do this, teach others, grow. Simple as that. And I wanted to touch on my dreams. I started at age 7 to outer body. I had these fear dreams that were very real. I remember preparing for them in certain ways as a kid. I remember having to lay on my back, and I remember lots of breathing exercises for a 7-year-old. Even the feeling of fear, you want to cover yourself over your blanket, and that's kind of like when you're having a panic attack or an anxiety attack, and you're using the paper bag over your face, and you're breathing your carbon dioxide. So under your sheets, you're breathing deeper and deeper and putting yourself in that state. Well, what it is your brain is awake and your body is asleep. You've trained your body to crash out, and while your mind is still active, you have amazing things happen, and God's there and love's there, and it kind of pulls you away from earth, but you see the beauty in earth more than ever after. And I know a lot of others have had this experience, and it's amazing, to connect in such a way where, you're outcasted like Jesus almost, like how we was said to be outcasted, and you know, you don't have any fear of that. You know what's beyond. And the people that are usually saying that are people that are either religious or they don't know. Like, and I know where I've been. And that first confirmation, you know, I had as a kid after I beat the fear of dreams. And later on, as I got pregnant with my second daughter, one of the biggest confirmations was seeing, you know, my fiance's daughter's soul go into my belly, and it was throughout her body, and it was his dad. And his dad and him never had a relationship. You know, his mom left at age 3, and Louis didn't know his dad. He ended up coming back when he found out his dad was sick, and taking care of his dad on his deathbed. And his dad couldn't speak. He had brain cancer so bad, and he couldn't tell him he loved him. And you know, I don't know, it felt like everything was going to be okay, and I just kept holding him and praying and telling him, intercede. You know, I was like, I don't know what's to come, but I feel it, and I was ready for it, and it was almost like just love, so much love. And I floated out of my body and went into the living room, and I seen a light rise out of his body, and it was all like level, and it shrunk into a ball, and it shot into my stomach, and I had that fear again shoot into me, you know, like when you're in a car, and somebody gets real close and you get that jolt and that sweat, you know, and I had that, and I woke up and I was, you know, wide-eyed. It didn't look like I was sleeping at all, and I had the biggest smile on my face. I said, what? Like, so cool, man. And so I was upset though, because it was that mean, like Louis' dad's passing away. So I got up and I went out there, and I prayed and prayed, and I didn't know what to do. I was being still and giving love and doing my intercede, and that's all I could feel was comfort. I've never felt it before. And you know, my mom growing up, she did hospice, and I remember my first dead body I saw was age 4. And it was an old lady, Mrs. Bolthouse, and my mom was moving her arms for her last breath, and I was peeking through the door, and I don't think she knew I was there, and I ran down the hallway because I seen a light come out of her body, out of her mouth, and I ran. It was scary, and I sat next to Mr. Bolthouse, and I put my hand on his leg, and 4 years old, I said, "She loves you. She'll always be with you." I had tears. I couldn't believe it. You know, like, what did I see? Why? You know, and I ask people, you know, what do they see when they see people laying there in a casket? And, you know, they say, "You look so peaceful." I'm like, well, that's because nobody's home. Anyways, I know I'm all over because that's how I am. I don't ever stick to one topic. I'm terrible at that. It's not who I am. Never was in order kind of person. But this video is 8 minutes long. Wow. I think that's all I got. Let's see how well that goes. I know I was all over the place, people. You love me. I love you. Goodbye. Not forever.